Memory is a very important mechanic in Cyber Sleuth Hacker's memory. It allows you to have more Digimon on your team, and stronger Digimon that you will need in the later game. If you don't have memory like me, then you'll forget the script right now and start talking about how unfair life is and... Anyway, today I'll be showing you where you can find every memory up and memory up DX that are in this game, so you can reach the maximum memory of 250, for one playthrough anyway. As a quick intro, skip ahead to this timestamp or the chapters to get right into the locations. Memory items are found in one of three ways: defeating bosses, found in chests, or as rewards from cases. A memory up on its own rewards 5 memory, while a memory up DX rewards 10. Though bear in mind, these are not automatically used. I have no idea why. You must go into your items and use them, or else they do nothing. So, let us dive into where can you find every single memory up item in Cyber Sleuth Hacker's memory. This applies to the original game or the complete edition. They are the same. Now, starting off in Chapter 1, you will not find any, as well as moving on into Chapter 2. It will not be until Chapter 3 that you can even start to find any memory ups in this game at all. Moving on into Kowloon Level 2 is where you'll find your first one. This is required by the game, so you cannot miss it. When you go and defeat Mephisto, he will drop your first memory up. This will allow you to start finally growing your memory. Later, at the end of the chapter, you will be going into the Financial Institution server. Here you will run into Kayaba, which is another person you'll never see again after this point, but besides the point, defeating him and his Rapidmon will give you another memory up. Then, you're kind of stuck for a little while, because once again, in Chapter 4, you don't get any. It really does feel like it's not a lot in the beginning of the game. Then in Chapter 5, we move on into the first one that drops from a case, a Hacker's Justice. If you go into this case, you will be able to gain your memory up from here. Then we move on into another case, the High School Hacking, which is a competition that you can do, is another case once you've defeated them and do the really difficult optional battle if you really want to prove your domination tactics. Here you will get another memory up. Then, as you go on in the chapter into the required section of the Avalon server, it will be fairly clear that there is a security door here. Defeating that security door will allow you to gain access to the memory up behind it. That is all for Chapter 5. In Chapter 6, we move on. There is only a single memory up that you will get this chapter, and it is a chest. Just as you're moving into the third chapter of Under Kowloon, you will just find it not very far from the entrance here. In Chapter 7, you will find that you can go into when you go into the Demon's Den, and it is another required one, you will find it after you defeat K's Digimon there, and you will get your first memory up DX, which will give you 10 memory, so it'll be a very welcome sight indeed. Then, also in Chapter 7, you will get the reward for the Evangelist of Love Sistermon, which again is another required case, so you cannot avoid this, and in helping out the Sistermon and Nokia, you will gain a memory up as well. Then moving on into Chapter 8. If you move along, you will go into Kowloon Level 4, chasing down the wanted hackers. Again, you cannot avoid this one. Beating them up will actually drop you 2 memory ups. Then, also in the same chapter, you will gain access to Kowloon Level 5. Here in the second area, you can also find a memory up, just sitting in a chest. After that, no matter which side you choose in the Battle for the Digimarket main case, again, cannot avoid this one, you will find a memory up there. Whether you decide to keep or destroy the Digimarket is up to you, but you will always get that same reward of a memory up. Then we move on into Chapter 9 and the very bizarre Mr. Navid of the Dead main cases, where Mr. Navid chases you around in the real world. Why? We're never given a good explanation, but hey, for doing it, you get a memory up. So do it. Next, in Hosaka server, you will be able to find in Area 2 that you are going through, you will find a memory up there. And later on in Hosaka's server, after defeating one of the tougher bosses in the game, honestly, you will get a memory up from him as well. Then in Chapter 10, moving on, you will get a reward for the immediate delivery optional case. This is one you can miss, so pick up the quest as it becomes available to you, and you will find a memory up for helping him out and dealing with the Wergururumon there. Then, as you once again go into the Valhalla server, this time you can go deeper. In Area 2, you will find a memory up just sitting in a chest there. And at the end of the Valhalla server, you will find another Eater. Upon defeating that, you will receive a Memory Up DX. Moving into Chapter 11, you will find that there is an optional case, The Reason for Anonymous Hope. After completing this mission, you will be able to gain a Memory Up. Going into the Demon's Den once more, you'll have to defeat a demon hacker during the main story. This is one you cannot miss, so you can gain a memory up for defeating him. Moving on to Chapter 12, here you can gain access to some of the digital drifts. By going down below in the Shinjuku digital drift, you will be able to find a chest containing a memory up there. In Chapter 13, you will gain access to the Shibuya digital drift, which you will be able to just walk in and find a chest there that will contain a memory up. And also in Chapter 13, there is a main case called YHS-428. Not really sure why it's called that, but for helping out the exorcist here and taking care of Dragomon, she will reward you with a memory up. Now, in Chapter 14, there will be the Tokyo Metropolitan Building as part of the Metropolitan Building Dimension case that will unlock. By going up to the 40th floor, you can then go down in order to get all of the loot in there. If you go to this elevator that's towards the middle and go up to the 28th floor, you will be able to find a memory up there. Also, upon completing the Metropolitan Building Dimension is a main case, you can't miss it. You will get a Memory Up DX for helping out Craniumon and Alphamon. And then for another main case, the Fugitive Hero, which is another one that you cannot miss, you will gain another Memory Up here. Then Chapter 15 is an incredibly short chapter, so there is nothing in there that you need to worry about. Chapter 16, though, there is more. In the Angel server, during the Avoid Fights optional case, you will find that there is a chest here in the second area that contains a memory up. But also, for completing the Avoid Fights optional case, you will also gain an additional memory up, 2 for the price of 1. And then during the Secret Cafe menu quest, you will find that after defeating the really big Mushroomon, you will get a Memory Up DX for it. Also in Akihabara, when you are then fighting Arcadiamon for the first time, you will find that you get a Memory Up DX. You'll find this is a theme that fighting Arcadiamon gives these, because you go into the digital drift, you go into the digital shift, and there you will fight Arcadiamon again. And once again, he gives you a Memory Up DX. So it's always good to see Arcadiamon. He's not blowing up your headquarters. Then moving into Chapter 17, you will get a Memory Up DX when you help out your Senpai Chitose and help train up his Ankylamon. And as we get here into the very end of the video, if you do find any of this helpful, make sure you leave a like and let me know down in the comments below if this has helped you, or any other guides you would want to see me do. Including, moving on, in the Odaiba Bay, once again we run into our old friend Arcadiamon in his final Ultra form, and for defeating him, you get another Memory Up DX. And finally, in Chapter 17, going into the memory server after everything has started to go wrong, you will find that there are some eaters in there. Defeat them, and you will gain a memory up DX. And finally, Chapter 18, the final chapter of the game. Once you go into the Roppongi Underground Lab, you will find that Ryuji has a request for you, right before you go into the final area. Go back to Ikigaburo to speak to him there, to complete the domination battle there, and he will reward you with a memory up DX. And finally, in Eater Eden, in the very last area of the game, if you go into the very back of what used to be the Eden entrance area of the Eater Eden, you will find a chest containing your final memory up that will bring you all the way up to 250 memory, so you can have all the Digimon your little heart desires. And there you have it, every single memory up item in Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's memory. I hope this helped you out, and it lets you enjoy these excellent Digimon games all the more. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, everyone, remember to be awesome. Next one, take care. Bye.